If you want to get a job at Apple, actually, let me be more specific. If you want to join Apple, Apple like MacBooks and iPhones and stuff, Apple's entrepreneur camp, I've got great news for you. Applications are now open if you are female. There's an asterisk by female, actually. I don't know what the asterisk entails, so I just got the one page. If you're female, Black, Hispanic / Latinx, or Indigenous, then you can join Apple's entrepreneur camp. And if you're a white man, you can. That's it. Because all women can do it, all females. And it's unclear, does the count? I don't know. I'm not even getting into that. But all the women can. And then as for the men, Black men, Hispanic men, Latinx men, Indigenous men, all women, including, there's only one group that's not allowed in, and that's white men. So what do we do about this? We have to sue these people because politics is downstream of culture and everything. But actually, the law is a tutor. I've hit this point pretty regularly. And the only thing that's going to get these guys to back down is if we threaten to punish them and take away their money and maybe put them in jail if they keep discriminating against white guys or anybody. But in this case, specifically white guys. White guys, the only group that you can legally discriminate against in the United States and that socially you're encouraged to discriminate against. It's the only group. It's not Black people. It's not Hispanic people. It's not Indigenous people. It's not women. It's not Latinx. It's just white guys. That's it. It's not even Asians. To some degree, the Asians catch it a little bit, but it's basically just white guys that get discriminated against. And white guys need to sue Apple. And what would happen if white guys sued Apple over this? Well, there's a glimmer of hope because last year, the Supreme Court ruled in Students for Fair Admissions versus Harvard that race-based admissions policies in colleges are illegal. Unconstitutional. How had racial discrimination against white people and Asians been upheld in the past? Well, because the Supreme Court has a strict scrutiny standard. This is the highest level of legal review under the 14th Amendment, under the Equal Protection Clause. And in order to pass the strict scrutiny standard, rules or laws that affect fundamental rights must be deemed to serve a compelling state interest. And they must be written to minimize their negative effects on these fundamental rights. So it's got to have a compelling state interest. And the Supreme Court ruled last year that discriminating against whites and Asians did not serve a compelling state interest when we're talking about college admissions. So does that mean that Apple would lose a lot of money or be punished? Not necessarily, but maybe it would. But what about race-based scholarships? Not race-based admissions to college, but race-based scholarships. Technically, I guess they're still legal, but if an Asian guy sued, though, maybe the Supreme Court would say, yeah, that's unfair. It doesn't serve a compelling state interest to just pummel white guys into the ground and deprive them of educational opportunities and jobs. What the libs will say is that diversity with a capital D, serves a compelling state interest. And what diversity really means in practice, as we see at the Apple Entrepreneur Camp and the university admissions, what diversity means is punishing white guys. That it is in the state's compelling interest to punish white guys and to disadvantage them throughout society. And maybe that will hold. The liberal judges will say that. But maybe there's a chance some of the more reasonable, fair-minded, and conservative judges will not. All I know is you're not going to stop this. You're not going to stop de jure and de facto discrimination against anyone merely by angrily tweeting about it or even by holding a rally. You're going to change that by hitting these people where it hurts, in their pockets, and threatening them with serious legal penalties if they keep it up. That was a good clip. Now, hold up, ring the bell, subscribe to the Michael Knowles YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.